Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary Series, and it looks like we've got Red-Green Werewolves versus... I'm not quite certain yet. Ooh, well done with Werewolves. Got rid of that Eldrazi Displacer with a Moonlight Hunt. Now he's attacking in with his Gyre Reach Bandit and his Village Messenger. The other side might be playing Orzhov Control. It's most likely what he's playing. Secure the Wastes? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Orzhov Control. Now, I'm really interested to see when Eldritch Moon... Sorry, I had to clear my throat. When Eldritch Moon actually drops on Magic the Gathering Online and, goes standard, whether the new Eldrazi Werewolves will actually be any good, or whether they're, whether they will make Red-Green Werewolves competitive or not. Because it's just, Red-Green Werewolves has a solid, it's a solid concept, and they have good cards, and they're just missing one, something, a little something to make them work. And most of the time, it all comes down to being able to transform the werewolves, which, with the new Eldrazi werewolves, you can pay mana to transform them. Now, a lot of them are pretty expensive, but, you can guarantee to transform them. So maybe... Ooh, another Moonlight Hunt. That gets rid of the Night token from Gideon. But, maybe the early werewolves like these guys will be able to hold the line long enough for the Eldrazi werewolves to, for the werewolf player to have enough mana to transform them. And, if you have a flipped Vilden pack alpha, potentially every werewolf comes in its aggro form. He did have the option of going with the Crawling Horde Howler there, but with the few cards in his hand, he really needs the Duskwatch Recruiter's ability to try and keep this momentum up. And he's doing a really good job. And he's going face. He's not going after Gideon. So it's only 6 damage. I mean, it is half of his current life total. But the other side could potentially just take the 6 damage. And he does. Now, though, he doesn't have that option again. And to be perfectly honest, he should have blocked the Moonrise Intruder with his 2 warriors so that he could kill it off. It's only a 2-2, but it's a menace 2-2, which is really annoying because you have to have 2 creatures to block it. So, Duskwatch Recruiter finds a Breakneck Rider. And no plays from the other side. So flip the Recruiter to the Howler, throw down Breakneck Rider for 2 mana, and flip him. So now all of his creatures, when they attack, they get +1/+0 and trample. So that's a 5, a 3, and a 4. And he's only got 4 toughness, so that's game unless he can kill one of these creatures directly. Does he have a response? I mean, he is pretty low on mana considering we're on turn 7, but he is running white, black, and potentially red as well. So he should have plenty of answers in his deck, but it looks like he didn't have them in his hand. So Werewolves takes that game, so let's go to game 2. Alright, turn 2, Ailey Eternal Pilgrim from the... we'll still call him the Orzhov control side. And she is potentially a very good blocker against almost all of the early werewolves as long as they're not transformed. I mean, Duskwatch Recruiter can't attack into Ailey. She'll eat him. Read the bones. Get some more cards. Village Messenger can't attack in. You know, almost all of the werewolves can't really do it. Breakneck Rider is a 3/3. Yeah, some of them can, but it all comes down to which ones he has in hand. Now he could have the what was that card called? Moonlight Hunt. Moonlight Hunt would be very helpful for werewolves right now. He'd be able to get rid of the really good Death Touch blocker and clear the way for his creatures. Ooh, Ruinous Path on Duskwatch Recruiter. Well, that's not so good for him. Now he's left with the Hermit of the Natternolls, which is a 2/3 versus a 2/3 Death Touch. Three five when it's flipped. And he's passing the turn, so the Hermit will flip to Lone Wolf. And now, if Orzhov plays any spells during Werewolf's turn, Werewolves gets to draw 2 cards, which is very powerful since Werewolves has the typical trappings of an early aggressive deck that they run out of cards very quickly. So end of turn Howlpack Resurgence, so all of his werewolves get +1/+1 and trample. So now he's got a 4/6 trample. And another Howl of Resurgence, so 5/7 trample. I don't know if he's trying to bait a kill card here or what, but ooh, Moonlight Hunt. There it is. And again, no response. So clears the way, attacks in with his 5/7 trample. Orzhov takes the 5 and goes down to 13. But he did cast 2 spells, so it's flipped back. It's still a 4/5 trample. And he still gets a card, 1 card, if Orzhov plays anything during his turn. But Orzhov really needs to start killing creatures. I mean, especially considering Werewolves only has 1. Ruinous Path, Ultimate Price, Grasp of Darkness. Well, Grasp of Darkness wouldn't work now. Okay, Ruinous Path to kill off the Hermit, so the board is clear. Ooh, Gyre Reach Bandit. Unfortunately for Orzhov, this one has haste. Ooh, and a Lambholt Pacifist. Okay, so thanks to the Howlpack Resurgence, this is a 5/4 trample haste. No response from Orzhov. He takes 5 and goes to 8. Planar Outburst to clear the board. Well, that saves him right here. And more importantly, Werewolves is down to 2 cards in hand. And he doesn't exactly have a whole lot of options that come into play with, that have haste. Gyre Reach Bandit, Village Messenger. I think that's everything. And the longer he goes without having, creatures to play, the better it is for Orzhov, because it's more likely for him to draw an answer for those creatures. Ooh, Chandra. Well, that's an unfortunate turn of events for Orzhov. Now, he can man up the Shambling Vent to block one of the elementals and effectively only take 1 damage this turn. Or if he wants to kill the other elemental, then he'll net 2. Whoa, that's a lot of mana. Secure the Wastes. That's an even better answer. Now he has blockers for the elementals that will kill the elementals. Luckily for Orzhov, the elemental tokens don't have trample, so it's a simple matter of 2 1/1 chump blockers to clear this attacking damage. And then even better yet for him, it goes back to his turn with 5 1/1 creatures that he can attack in and kill Chandra with. Or, oh, never mind. I was going to say he could flip Westvale Abbey, but that would be... Nope, he is going for it. So, Ormondal, Profane Prince, attacking Chandra. Luckily for Orzhov, this thing has lifelink, along with flying, indestructible, and haste. So Chandra dies, he gains 9 life, and goes back up to 17. And Werewolves draws this card and concedes. Yeah, Werewolves is going to have... I would say it's almost impossible for Werewolves to deal with Ormondal because of the indestructible. I can't think of a card right offhand. Honestly, I can't think of a card in green or red that could kill an indestructible creature. But this video is up to 12 minutes long now, so I'm going to end the video there. That was a pretty good match. That was Orzhov Control versus Red-Green Werewolves. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next video.